Harvey Birdman, Attorney-at-Law is an American animated television series comedy created by William Street and produced by Cartoon Network Studios that aired on Cartoon Network during its Adult Swim late-night programming block. The series pilot first aired in 2000 before the Adult Swim block was officially incepted, and later became a series in 2001. The show revolves around the activity of the Sebben Sebben law firm, which is staffed mainly by superheroes and other characters who had originally been featured in 1960s-era Hanna-Barbera cartoons, most notably Birdman and the Galaxy Trio. The series had its final episode on July 22, 2007. The show also screens in Australia on the Comedy Channel as part of the channel's Adult Swim block of programming. Premise: Harvey Birdman, Attorney-at-Law features ex-superhero Harvey T. Birdman of Birdman and the Galaxy Trio as an attorney working for a law firm alongside other cartoon stars from 1960s and 1970s Hanna-Barbera cartoon series. Similarly, Harvey's clients are also primarily composed of characters taken from Hanna-Barbera cartoon series of the same era. Many of Birdman's nemesis featured in his former cartoon series also became attorneys, often representing the opposing side of a given case. Harvey usually fills the role of a criminal defense attorney, though he will act as a civil litigator or other such job when the plot calls for it. The series uses a surrealist style of comedy, featuring characters, objects, and jokes that are briefly introduced and rarely referenced thereafter. Also, because the series relies heavily on popular culture references to classic television animation, Harvey Birdman, Attorney-at-Law constantly delves into parody, even featuring clips of these series or specially created scenes which mimic the distinctive style of the animation being referenced. Harvey Birdman, Attorney-at-Law is the first William Street cartoon to maintain continuity through the entire series. Various episodes reference Harvey's former crime-fighting career. The episode Turner classic Birdman even serves to bridge the gap between Birdman and the Galaxy Trio and Harvey Birdman, Attorney-at-Law. Instead of rigid plot structure, much of the humor is derived from the fact that superheroes and supervillains are given more realistic and human qualities, such as a mad scientist named Dr. Myron Reducto, who becomes a paranoid prosecutor. Also, several of the plots revolve around the popular myths about classic Hanna-Barbera characters, such as Shaggy and Scooby-Doo being stoners. Production: although the first season was animated using traditional cel animation, the remaining seasons were animated using Adobe Flash. The reason for the switch was that the animation studio was having difficulty maintaining the fast pace of the show, and thus the production of episodes slowed down due to constant retakes. By animating the series at Turner Studios in Atlanta, Georgia with Flash, not only were problems corrected faster, but production costs were much lower. Some animation was also done for the show at Bartle Entertainment in Vancouver, British Columbia. Characters. Episodes. Voice cast. Guest appearances: Paul Adelstein Murrow the Marauder, Jack Angel General, Drunk Man, D. Bradley Baker Johnny Quest, Lizard Man, Michael Bell Zan, Jeff Bergman George Jetson, Mary Birdsong Tanner, Lewis Black Elliot the Deadly Duplicator, Stephen Bloom Yaki Doodle, Clumhead, Omid Jalali, The Perfectionist, Bill Farmer Secret Squirrel, Keith Ferguson Bill Ken Sebben, Nika Futterman Debbie, Mark Hamill Ricochet Rabbit, Toby Huss Ernie Devlin, Shadow, Scott Innes Shaggy Rogers, Scooby-Doo. Scrappy-Doo, David K., Officer, Tom Kenny Boo Boo Bear, Elroy Jetson, Top Cat, Choo Choo, David Koechner Cubby McQuilkin, Steve Landesberg, Dr. Quincy, Bailiff David Lodge, Tress McNay Wilma Flintstone, Pebbles Flintstone, Diane Michelle Jane Jetson, Orbity, Larry Morris, Harvey Birdman in live-action segments, Lorraine Newman Sybil Schisler, Rob Paulson Barbara Louie, Thom Pinto Race Bannon, Doug Prius Thunder, Beagle, Kevin Michael Richardson Barney Rubble, Joseph Seal, Bobby, Andrew Copyright Sojla Utso Dynamite, B.J. Ward Velma. Dinkley, Frank Welker, Fred Jones, Jabba Jaw, Biff, Billy West Dr. Zinn Wally Wingert Haddy, Mr. Harry Twiddles, Moby Dick, George Jetson, Astro, Reception. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law was named the 91st Best Animated Series by IGN. They compared it to Space Ghost Coast to Coast, a show that is also based on an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and called it a clever show. DVD releases. Each DVD is in the shape of a law book. Each season's box art is nearly identical, and the only change for each season is the background color. The small picture next to the title and the title itself also appear different. Music. The theme song is an edited version of the song Slow Moody Blues written by Reg Tilsley. Other notable songs used in the show include Charlie Steinman's It Is Such a Good Night, and a lyricless version of Gianni Morandi's La Mia Mania. Video game. A video game based on the series has been released for the PlayStation 2, Wii and PlayStation Portable video game consoles. It was developed by High Voltage Software and published by Capcom, with gameplay mechanics similar to Capcom's Ace Attorney series. It was released on January 8, 2008. References. External links. Official website, Online Channel Australia, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law at the Internet Movie Database, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law at TV.com, IGN's 10 Questions, Harvey Birdman, IGN's review of the DVD set, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, Volume 1.